Hi all, this is Dr. J at 11 coming to you live after the market close from Eastern Long Island, where it's been a glorious day, except for the Dow, the NASDAQ, and the S&P 500, and some of my biotech holdings. Let's get right to the videotape and take a look at how we fared for the day. Start with the Dow. The Dow closed down 137 points, or half of 1%, at 25,162. And again, if you look at the chart, I indicate that we have support around 24,200, 300, around there. So if it continues to go down, we do have a very strong trend line that should be tough that should give a lot of support to the Dow. So, basically, I think we have a very frustrating Dow, one that doesn't want to make those new highs so easily. It might take months, maybe till the end of the year, at this rate until we get there. Very disappointing in the Dow compared to the other indices. Take a look at the other indices. The NASDAQ, the best of the three. The NASDAQ did bounce off its lower trend line today. It had a very bad day, down 1.24%, the NASDAQ 100. It also has support just under that trend line at the 50-day simple moving average. So it's kind of trading in the lower half of its channel. And is it a good buy here to own the NASDAQ 100 or go long on the NASDAQ 100? Probably, because it seems to be very resilient in this area. As soon as it hits that trend line, seems to bounce nicely, at least to the middle part of the channel. So looking at the length of this channel, the duration of this channel, probably a good buy. I'm kind of bullish on the NASDAQ, the tech stocks. Let's take a look at the S&P. S&P 500 is frustrating, just like the Dow, even more frustrating. We came within 11 points of the all-time high, 87, just a week ago. And since then, we've been drifting down to the lower end of the channel, or mid-channel, and we're just trading barely above the 50-day simple moving average. So again, this is a sluggish moving 500. We're getting our star performance out of the Apples and the Googles that comprise the NASDAQ 100 bank stocks. So it does seem to be like the leaders of the market are moving the market. The broader indices, the S&P 500 are trailing. And for whatever reason, the psychologically important Dow is having a really tough time with it. Let's look at the biotech stocks that we mentioned earlier. Let's start with Actinium, ATNM. Do I have another chart of it yet? I have a better chart of that. Right here, Actinium broke, is this Actinium? No, this is Athersys. Athersys is in trouble a little bit, having passed its trend line. And now we're looking at support at the 185 level, where we have a double bottom of 185. So I'm not happy about the performance today, but I'm still going to be accumulating as long as it keeps above that 185 level. Now let's take a quick look at ATNM. ATNM has a beautiful, let's say, 8-day chart stemming back to the 7th of August. It has consecutive higher lows and has a very steep climbing curve. So actinium is looking pretty good. It has 5 days in a row of higher lows. Actinium fundamentals are interesting. It might be worth a flyer here. And let's take a look at Geron. Geron did not have a good day today. It was down 5 cents, 1.28%, which is in line with the rest of the market. Still flirting with its upward trend line here. See no reason to panic if you own Geron. Now let's wind up with ONCS. ONCS, Oncosec Medical. Looks like the best of these charts. It actually has 8 days in a row of higher lows, and the last 3 days higher lows and higher highs. So it's a really nice looking chart. It was unchanged today, but it closed it kind of, what is it? It's basically a doji today. Closed at low of 150, high of 163, close of 158. So it opened and closed at 158. So we do have a doji today. It actually opened at 157. So a little indecision on the part of buyers and sellers. They fought it out throughout the day, and it closed unchanged. I'm very excited about the chart of Oncosec Medical as I keep adding to my position. You got to remember that this is just one man's opinion, whether to buy, sell, or hold. And I am bullish on all of these biotechs. I do own all of these biotechs. So maybe I'm biased a little bit. You should always get investment advice before acting upon anybody else's advice. You should get investment advice from your advisor and do your own due diligence. So this is Dr. J's feeling on the markets, kind of mid-August blues, nothing serious, we're just taking a rest with a little bit of indecision with the S&P flirting with its lower trend line, with the Dow not making progress, with the NASDAQ bouncing off its lower trend line. So, it's summer blues. I think we'll straighten the ship out and head higher. So let's take a look at the screen so I can bid you goodbye. Adios, amigos. This has been Dr. J broadcasting live from Eastern Long Island. There are better days ahead, we hope. Bye all.